components of a single force, by applying parallelogram law and triangle law, we're able to determine analytically components. But when we talk about components, of a single force, in many problems, it is useful to resolve a force into components that are perpendicular to each other. As you can see on the figure, we have here what we can see in this figure is we have single force F, which is resolved into its mutually perpendicular components Fx and Fy, as shown on the rectangular coordinate system. So it is advantageous actually, when we are to resolve a single force, it is commonly effective to use the rectangular components rather than resolve it into any angular components in any direction of the components. Laging ito yung pinaka malimit gamitin. We call this the rectangular components of the force, which are Fx and Fy, denoting x as the x component and y as the y component of the force. Of course, to determine this x and y component, we apply parallelogram law pa rin, As you can see, we still apply parallelogram law. Kita natin dito na still nandiyan pa rin yung ating paggawa ng parallelogram. You identify the extent of the magnitude of Fx and Fy related to the angle theta and the magnitude of the force F. But when we do determining the rectangular component, of course, unlike the previous parallelogram that we obtained, in this case, we form a right angle parallelogram. Kung hindi sila parehas ang component, edi rectangular. Parallelogram in the form of rectangle ang ating upo-form. Kung equal ang component natin, we form a square. But what we want to emphasize is we form right triangles now. Unlike before na hindi naman right triangle, kaya we use sine law or cosine law. But pag right triangle, mas simple yung ating pagkuha ng component. Kasi we just relate the pag right triangle kasi yan, meron tayong paano po maging right triangle yan? Of course, para maging right triangle, we draw, or apply triangle rule. Nilipat natin dito yung component Fy by, say, assuming it to be a pre-vector. So we analyze this triangle, right triangle na. Ito yung ating Fy. Okay? So right triangle yan. So if we want to relate the sides of the right triangle, opposite side, adjacent side with its hypotenuse, edi we can have opposite over hypotenuse. Meron tayong sine theta. That is opposite Fy divided by the hypotenuse. Or if we want Fy as the component, that is equal to F sine theta. Now, yun yung ating component, which is the vertical component or the y component. Okay? Similarly, if we relate the adjacent with the hypotenuse, we have cosine theta. Adjacent, Fx over F, or that is Fx equals F cosine of theta. Yeah. Yeah. Yan yung ating mga rectangular components of single force F given its magnitude and its direction theta with respect to any selected axis. In this case, x-axis. Kaya yun na nandito. Makita natin dito. Ito yung ating x component and this is our y component. Now, in determining the x and y component of a single force F, it is important to note or to understand the sign convention. Ano ba ang magiging sign yan? Kasi later on, we'll be adding these components algebraically. And when we talk about algebraic summation, we need to know the correct sign of the force, positive or negative. So, wala pala akong masulatan dito. Dito na lang. Siguro dito. Dito. Let's say meron tayong ating x and y axis here. Yan. Yung ating positive x, positive y, negative x, negative y. So you are familiar with this? No? Yung ating quadrantal system. This is our first quadrant, second quadrant, third, and the fourth quadrant. Aware? Aware dito sa quadrantal system? Thumbs up nga kung aware. Okay. So, yung ating force can be located at any of this quadrantal system. Halimbawa, yung force natin. Nandito sa sa first quadrant. Yan. Nandun yung ating force F. Given its magnitude and its kanyang direction, theta. Usually, sabi natin theta x yan. So what we have to do, of course, is we want to determine the components. So we draw parallelogram. We draw parallel lines using the tip of this force to identify the extent. Yeah? I'm showing you para maintindihan nyo na pagkagawa ng parallelogram, hindi basta ka lang makadrawing. You have to be guided by the law, by the principle. Kasi these lines here intersect the parallel lines to identify the extent of the magnitude. Halimbawa, ito yung kanyang component. This is ang kanyang, yung kanyang Fy. Ito yung kanyang Fx. Yan. Ito yung kanyang Fx. As you can see, the force F and its components ay nagme-meet doon sa common point. The point of application of the force. Now, if we relate, of course, para makita natin yung right triangle, we transpose it here. At yun yung ating right triangle kasi yun ang angle theta. That's the right triangle. So, again, to determine the components, y is opposite side. Therefore, this is equal to f sine of theta x. While yung fx is an adjacent side, that will be f times cosine of theta x. So, na-mention ko kanina is design convention. So, pagka ang isang force natin F is on the first quadrant, design convention is both the components have positive sign because Fx is directed along the positive x-axis while Fy is directed along the positive y-axis. So both components are positive when the force is on the first quadrant. So what about the force is in the second quadrant? Halimbawa, nandito. Yeah. Nandito yung ating F now. Now, yung kanyang direction can be, ang kanyang direction can be from the positive x, or pwede rin ito ang kanyang direction na given, or pwede rin ito. Any of this angle can make direction to F. Yeah? Now, similarly, we draw parallel lines to identify the extent of the components. Yeah. And these are the, say, the x, and this is the y component of this force on the second quadrant. Yan. So, nandito ngayon yung kanyang Fy. At nandito ang kanyang Fx. When it is on the second quadrant. Say, for example, ang given direction nito is ito. Say, theta y. Therefore, ang ating triangle na dapat ma-analyze is ito. Ano? Yan. Yan ang component ngayon niya. Nandun ang ating right angle. Therefore, ang kanyang Fy, kung itong angle natin, kung theta y ang ating angle, Fy now is the adjacent side. Therefore, this must be equal to F cosine theta y. While yung ating Fx being the opposite side, nandito kasi yan eh, opposite side Fx. That is F, opposite sign of theta y. Kung itong given na, kung itong angle na to ang given, baliktad naman. Ito naman triangle na to wherein Fy will be opposite and Fx will be adjacent. Now, again, sign convention tayo. Since ang ating Fy is directed still going to the positive y, Fy will be positive in this case. While yung ating Fx is directed along the negative x, kaya magiging negative yung sign niya. Therefore, when the force is on the second quadrant, positive y, positive Fy, and negative Fx. Okay? What about if the force is on the third quadrant? Bawa ganyan. Nandyan yung ating force F ngayon. Again, the direction given to it can be from the positive x axis, pwedeng gano'n, pwedeng ganyan na kanyang angle, or pwedeng ito naman ang given na angle, or pwede ring array. Yan. Kung bawa itong given sa kanya with respect to y, negative theta y, say with respect to the negative y-axis. Similarly, we draw our parallelogram. Yan. To identify the components, hanap tayo ng ibang kulay ng components. Yan. Violet. Yan. Ito ngayon yung kanyang components. Yan. Yan. Yan yung component niya. Kung itong angle na to ang iyong consider, edi Supposedly, ito yung right triangle. Ayaw. Wala. Yan. Yan right triangle mo. Ito ngayon again ang iyong Fy. Ito ngayon Fx. So considering negative theta y, Fy is adjacent. Therefore, this is equal to F cosine theta y. Ano? Negative theta y yun. And this is F sine theta y. Again, yung pagkuha ng sine at cosine depending on the angle you will be using. So, sign convention, since Fy is directed towards the negative y, this is negative Fy. Fx directed along the negative x-axis towards the negative x, this is negative Fx. So that when the force is on the third quadrant, both Fy and Fx should have negative sign. And lastly, when the force is on the fourth quadrant, yan, ano? Yan ang ating force. Similarly, we draw parallelogram. Yan, no? So, ito naman yung ating component ulit. This is the y component and this is the x component. So, yung ating, kung halimbawa, ang angle nating ginamit is this angle, ano? Itong angle na to. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung ating triangle na po-form such that yung ating Fx component being the opposite side compared to F will be equal to Fx will be F sine of theta. Itong theta na to, which is negative theta y na naman. While yung ating x component, ito dito, yung fx na, ang fy natin is parehas din naman yung dito. No? Fy is equal to being adjacent is f cosine of theta y, negative theta y. Kung angle na to, baliktad dyan. Ano? Fx na magiging adjacent, yung fy naman na magiging opposite. And take note, yung Fy should have negative sign and Fx should have positive sign. So that's how we determine the sign of a component, rectangular component. Ano? If the force is directed any of this quadrantal system. Okay? So kakailangan natin yan later on when we determine the resultant of concurrent force systems which has 3 or more forces. Now, so before we go further, let's have this sample problem on how we determine the components. So, you can see here in this problem, very simple problem. Ano? A man pulls with a force of 300 Newton on a rope attached to the top of the building. So, the rope is attached at A, the man pulls it at point P. What are the horizontal and vertical components of the force exerted by the rope at point A? So, what you can see on the right is actually yung free-body diagram na niya, no? Isolating or removing the body, which is the building. Okay? So, wala tayong nakikita angular measurement. Instead, we are given with the yung kanyang sabihin natin na vertical and horizontal projection of AB. When I say vertical projection and horizontal projection, ito yung 6 meters, yan yung horizontal projection of AB. Yan. While itong 8 meters, ito yung vertical projection, the distance, no? Which, no? Actually, we can replace it by yung tinatawag natin na slope triangle. Yan. Yung slope triangle, pwede kasi mo yung i-reduce into smaller sides, ano? What I mean smaller value. Yung sa lip na 8, 6, pwede mong divide by 2, becomes 3, 4, and of course, the hypotenuse of the slope triangle is 5, being a right triangle. So, nakuha yung 5 by Pythagorean theorem yan, ano? That is square root of 16 plus 9, square root of 25, that is 5. We call it this one as the slope triangle. Now, if we have a triangle involving forces, bawa ito. Ito kasi, pagka involving so we draw, yan, nilipat lang natin yung ating FY dito. And this is our right triangle. So ito tawag natin dito ay force triangle kasi that is a triangle involving forces as their sides relating alpha and F with Fx and Fy. So from the slope triangle, no, if we take opposite and the hypotenuse, yung opposite over hypotenuse, yan yung ating sine alpha equal to 3 over 5. No? Opposite side over hypotenuse. While cosine alpha is adjacent over hypotenuse. It's a slope triangle yan. Now, how do we solve this problem? Of course, we have given there, given tayo, dito din, ating single force F equal to 300 Newton. Ang direction niya is, of course, with direction alpha with respect to x-axis. Then yung kanyang distances, horizontal projection, ano yung mga distances? Meron tayong distances given. Yung horizontal projection. This is horizontal projection of line AB, ha? When say horizontal, 6 meters. While yung vertical projection niya, 8 meters. So with this data, we are required, of course, for the component, ano? Say, unahin natin yung horizontal component. No? In this case, that is Fx. And the vertical component, that is yung Fy. No? Now, using the fourth triangle, of course, this one, we relate the y component, the sides of the triangle. These two triangles actually, the fourth triangle and the slope triangle are similar triangle. And we can apply actually similar triangle, the laws of similar triangles. Or if we apply the sine function of this is Fy opposite over hypotenuse. So yung ating solution, of course, applying the, for letter A, horizontal component. Horizontal component kasi adjacent yan eh. So the cosine function of the alpha is equal to fx over f. Or we can have fx equal to f cosine of alpha. But take note from our slope triangle, cosine alpha is equal to 4 over 5. So this is equal to 300, the force itself, times cosine alpha is 4 over 5. Yeah. And we can have this value in Newton. And we have to take note that fx being on the f being on the fourth quadrant should have x component positive and y component negative. So, for letter B, using sine function naman, that is the opposite, which is fy divided by f, or yung ating fy is equal to f sine of alpha equal to 300. Sine alpha is 3 over 5 equal to, of course that will be in Newton, and this must have, again, fx is positive value, fy should have negative. So that's the solution to this problem, and as simple as that. So what we have to reflect and think here is to understand yung ibig sabihin ng slope triangle. Na hindi naman laging angle ang ating hinahanap, kundi direction can be given in terms of the slope. No? And you should understand how to use that slope in giving the value for a sine function and a cosine function. Okay? So that's the component. No? What if the problem is given naman yung component, how do we determine the direction of the line? So what do you mean by this? Halimbawa, the components are given. Halimbawa, ito yung ating Fy. And this is our Fx. Yeah. Yung ating Fx. So, of course, we should apply again parallelogram law. We draw parallel lines. So I keep on showing you this, to tell you that to draw the components, you should apply the correct principle, or the principle of parallelogram law. Ay, naman kasama na ruler ko. Ay, umikot. Yan, Laging ganyan ang principle, paggawa ng resultant, yan ang resultant na sinasabi, Drawing from the point of intersection, ito yung resultant natin, and its direction can be obtained as, or with theta x. If this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So, yan yun, to relate yung pag kinuha mo yung tangent theta, that is actually the y component, which is the opposite, divided by the x component adjacent. No? Then, since this is a right triangle, we can apply this Pythagorean theorem to get the magnitude of the single force F. No? That is Pythagorean theorem. Applicable only, of course, for right triangle. No? For right triangle. Okay, my stylus is my iPad pencil is low but yun, ano? Yan yung pagkuha. No? Okay? So we'll be using this, no? Later, pagdating dito sa resultant of four systems. Okay? Kailangan natin yan dito. Now, talking about resultant of four systems. Kunti lang naman charge yan. Pwede na uli yan. Yan. So, dito kasi, doon sa resultant of four systems, may dalawang major term dyan na resultant. So, we already aware of this resultant last time. Ano? We say that this resultant is the net effect. Now, the single force, which is equivalent to the effect of the forces in the system. Then, another term is force systems. So, we should be aware ano ba yung different force systems in mechanics, no? In statics. So, in general, when we talk about force systems, talking about orientation of the line of action of the forces, meron tayong tinatawag na coplanar at saka non-coplanar force systems in general. So, to understand coplanar and non-coplanar, meaning we are talking about the lines of action of the forces if they are lying on the same plane or on different planes. So, to illustrate yung planar natin, yung planes, ano? So, you are familiar with the wall and the ceiling of the house. Diba? The wall represents one plane, while the ceiling represents another plane. Kung yung mga forces mo, imagine the forces ko ay masyado makulit na bata, doon ka nag-drawing ng mga vectors mo sa iyong wall. Doon mo nilagay ang forces P, Q, and S. So, pagka lahat ng forces mo, yung line of action niya, kung sinabing line of action, yung kulay puti, as shown on the figure, yan yung parang papel na pinag-drawingan mo noong iyong forces. Kung dinrawing mo siya na single paper, no? That is coplanar force systems. However,